RCR adds another driver to the 33 cars lineup for this season. MavTV is acquired by another company, and we have the latest update in the 23XI versus NASCAR scenarios. Let's get into it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. All right, RCR announced the next driver for that number 33 car in its lineup, and it is going to be Jesse Love. This from an RCR press release. Richard Childress Racing announced today that NASCAR Xfinity Series standout Jesse Love will make his NASCAR Cup Series debut at Bristol Motor Speedway on Sunday, April 13th. Love will pilot the number 33 C4 Ultimate Energy Chevrolet on the high banks of the last great Coliseum. So there you go, Jesse Love, a young prospect for RCR. They're obviously very big on him. Already got some wins in his career in that 2-car, including one already this season, so already locked into that Xfinity Series championship over there. So I think it's going to be a good fit, but interesting that he's in the 33. Before we move on, let's see what the rest of that press release had to say from Richard Childress. I'm excited to have Jesse make his Cup debut in the number 33 Chevrolet, said Richard Childress, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of RCR. From the moment I started watching Jesse race, I knew he had the talent, he has the passion for wanting to win and doing the best possible for his team. To be a great driver, you have to have passion behind the wheel, and Jesse has that. We've seen him develop over the last year since he joined RCR, and I look forward to helping him compete at the highest level of our sport. So there you go, obviously big on him, but that last part there where Richard Childress said, I want to help him excel at the highest level of our sport, I thought that was the interesting part, especially if you take a look at what's going on with the 33 car this year. Jesse Love's deal is obviously with C4, but United Rentals is going to be on the side of that 33 car, that extra car for Richard Childress Racing for Austin Hill for 5 races. So that's 6 races already for that number 33 car, and we know that this is a big effort and a big endeavor because you've seen teams like Trackhouse, Justin Marks come out and say that, hey, we don't have enough resources, enough people to put in place to run 3 cars effectively. So it is a massive overtaking, putting people in that car and making it a race competitive vehicle at the Cup Series level. So obviously with 6 races, that is a ton. There might be some more even added later. We don't know that yet. But they have to be doing this for a reason. And there basically are 2 schools of thoughts on this. So I'm going to start with the Kyle Busch talk first because everybody wants to skew toward that. One school of thought is that maybe Kyle Busch is leaving and going to another team. Like I said, this is just a rumor. This is people talking about this. I don't know if that's necessarily true, and in my opinion, I'm not leaning toward that direction. I do think Kyle Busch likes where he's at right now. It's a long season. You never know what could happen. But I think Kyle Busch most likely is just going to finish out his career at RCR and help them build over there. So I'm not leaning that direction. But if you do lean in that direction, I will make this argument for you. It's good to go ahead and have 2 people with some extra experience over there in case Kyle Busch does leave. So then you're getting some starts for Jesse Love, and you're also obviously getting some starts for Austin Hill. So if that is the case, if Kyle Busch should leave, you are getting experience for both of those drivers. The other scenario, and just, the more likely scenario in my opinion, but also just, speculation, rumors, whatever you want to call it, maybe they're getting that 33 team ready to have a 3rd team over there at RCR. Maybe they get a charter, maybe they don't get a charter, maybe they just run an all-star team, kind of like Colleague did that one season, except they run their all-star team the full season without a charter, and then you could put a guy over there, maybe full-time like an Austin Hill, or you could split it up, part-time Austin Hill, part-time Jesse Love, whoever you would like to put over there, or, shift it around. And they also have the tight alliance with Colleague, so maybe you can put one of those drivers over there in Colleague, and you have the all-star car over here at RCR with the 33, all kinds of different scenarios there that they could work that out. And that's why I think 6 starts this season for the 33 car, a healthy schedule compared to, recent memory where they haven't run the 33 car, the 3rd car, the extra car too much over there at RCR. So I thought it was a very interesting press release overall, especially given last week the 5 races announced for Austin Hill. Lead investors behind North America's foremost motorsports news and information source Racer announced today that they have acquired MavTV and will rename the TV network that's available on 350 million devices Racer to create the most followed and diverse motorsports media platform in North America. We have been partners for many years, and over time, the parties realized this made complete sense, said Racer Chairman of the Board, Chris Dyson. The combination makes Racer the central multimedia motorsports hub for fans and provides brands with the most comprehensive array of marketing solutions to activate their involvement in the sport and its adjacent sectors. So there you go. They're playing a numbers game. 350 million devices would be touched now that they are going to combine basically bought out MavTV, and it's all just going to be Racer. But it's going to touch 350 devices, and that is going to be, according to them, the biggest one in the North American market. That is going to help them bring in sponsorship. That is going to help them bring in new viewers. That is going to help them when they combine everything, which they're basically, they said in that press release as well, that they are going to combine all of these things. They're not going to fire anybody over there at MavTV. They're going to keep everybody in place and just rebrand it slowly to be Racer. So you're going to get all of basically the Indianapolis dirt track area. You're going to get all of that content over there from Indy. Racer, which is based in California, you're going to get all of that content there from California as well. So they're doing this to combine all of those efforts. So once they fully integrate this all together, they're going to have a nice presentation for anybody that wants to market anything motorsports racing-wise, because they have such a big platform. Only one question remains, however. You've got the West Coast, you've got California, you've sort of got the Indianapolis, so you sort of got the middle of the country. Are they going to make a push to get into the Southeast? Do they have aims, goals, their sights set on coming to the Southeast? Because if they could get into that territory, they could become a huge factor going forward as a motorsports media platform. Already are a huge factor, I should say, an even bigger factor in those conversations. So I thought this was some very interesting news that came out today. And this from Bob Pockris a few days ago. 23XI and Front Row filed a motion to dismiss NASCAR's counterclaim against them. NASCAR, of course, counter-suing 23XI and Front Row Motorsports for the regular trial. So we've got two basically cases going on. So no surprise that 23XI and Front Row Motorsports want to get this one thrown out. That's not the interesting part, because I'm pretty sure everybody thought that they were going to try to get this thrown out anyway. The interesting part, however, with these things, as always, is the response from 23XI when they filed their motion to dismiss this, and let's get into that. NASCAR's retaliatory counterclaim is an act of desperation that cannot withstand a motion to dismiss. It does not allege the facts necessary to state a claim. Instead, NASCAR is using the counterclaim to engage in litigation gamesmanship, with the transparent objective of intimidating the other race teams by threatening them with severe consequences if they support the plaintiff's challenge to the unlawful NASCAR monopoly. NASCAR's lead counsel used the filing of the counterclaim as an occasion to conduct a press conference in which he delivered a warning that NASCAR will end their charter system that the racing teams depend on if the plaintiffs prevail in their antitrust claims. So once again, spicy. Two basically huge, rich millionaires, billionaires in this sigsituation, going after each other, and it's just entertainment because they're just getting short and snippy with each other in these counterclaims and all this stuff, the stuff they say when they counterclaim and claim and all this other stuff. So it's just really interesting, complete and pure entertainment for us non-billionaires is all I'm going to say. Interesting to see which way all this turns out, but that is the latest on the case. I know a lot of people always ask, what's going on with the case? That is the latest on the case as far as I know. All right, that's all I got for you on this one. If you made it this far, would love to have your subscription. If not, I'll just keep making these things. If you're already subscribed, I appreciate you all as well, and enjoy your Friday. Peace.